Hi language learner, do you hesitate while speaking English? Do you want to speak fluently like native speakers? In today's video, I would like to share some powerful tips that personally helped me speak confidently and clearly. I would also like to share all those tips with my students so they can also improve their English speaking and fluency. The very first tip is interest. Interest is very important. Without having interest or without having inclination for doing anything, we can't do anything. I mean, if we are interested in doing something, we get more interest in it. We don't get tired. We don't get sick and tired of it because we like to do it. I mean, it always, gives us energy. So if you are interested in later aspirate in learning English, then you can learn. Why I am telling you this thing? Because lots of students get impressed by someone. Lots of students watch someone on social media. They think that I will learn English. So this is all about emotion that will consist and that will be for temporary time. So if you really want to improve your English speaking, so I would like to ask the first question that if you are really interested in learning or if you are interested in letter and spirit, then you can learn. The second thing, obviously we are going to deal with new language. So there would be some rules and regulation. Specifically, I'm talking about grammar. Grammar is very important. Lots of people are of the opinion that grammar does not play any essential role. I mean, it is not utterly essential for speaking English. However, I personally believe that without knowing grammar, we won't be able to make sentences or to make or to use our communication in daily life conversation. In grammar, I would like to recommend certain things, not all the grammar. If you talk about grammar, so there are lots of things in grammar. There are lots of books are written in grammar. I'm not talking about all the grammar. I'm specifically talking about tenses. Yes, tenses are the cornerstone of learning English. Tenses are utterly essential and extremely important. If you learn how to use tenses correctly in speaking as well as in writing, it means that you have done your job already. So learn tenses, try to make some tenses. Like lots of people are also of the opinion that learn sentences, they just cram it, so it does not work well. Do not cram it. You should learn grammar. You should learn tenses and try to use them effectively in your daily life conversation. Additionally, I would also like to talk about vocabulary. Vocabulary plays an important role. Without having lots of vocabulary, we won't be able to speak flawless English. We should have words. When we have lots of words, then we will have a lot. Then we will have a huge conversation to do with lots of people, lots of masses in the society. So you must have vocabulary. And I often give this example to my students that, for example, if you have a gun, you don't have bullet, you can't fire. So same goes here in speaking. If you have no vocabulary, if you don't have any words, you can't fire. Fire means you can't speak. So vocabulary are essentially very, very important. I mean to say that they are too much essential in speaking as well as in both in writing. Third thing, you should also learn some spoken structure. You might be thinking that what are structures? Structure are some phrases. Structure are some clauses that are widely used in speaking. Even native speaker use them. So if you learn some phrases and some structures, you would be able to make sentences. You would be able to make long sentences in your speaking. So you also learn some structures. You will be thinking that there is no opportunity from where I have to learn structure. You can also go to social media platforms. In YouTube, search there some spoken structure and use them in your speaking. As I have told you about vocabulary, that vocabulary are very important. Lots of students commit this error while learning vocabulary. They just learn a lot of words, 15, 20 words, but they don't use it. As it is said that if you don't use it, you will lose it. That's why they always lose it. So use it. Try to learn less vocabulary, less words, and try to speak and do practice. Moreover, I would like at the end, I would like to mention one thing. Even in my previous video, I have already discussed that listening. Without listening, we can't do anything. Listening is fundamentally important for learning any language. Like when we have started learning our own native language, we have started first listening to our ancestors, listening to our parents, listening to our relatives, and then we start speaking English. So therefore I would like to tell you, I would like to emphasize this or tips which is essentially important. You must learn, how to do and how to listen and how to use my daily life conversation with people. Thank you so much. Bye bye.